Hello, everybody. I want to actually speak out to this interesting group of people, and I don't know if you got Google Translate or not. I want to say the most respectful woman I ever came across for around my whole entire life, I would say I don't know how to address this without actually coming xenophobic, anything. My apologies in advance. Are to Latinas and Hispanic women, As a black man, I just want to say, well, technically, y'all been very kind and loving to me and all that. Somebody use Google Translate, and they always call me a Moor or Carolina or something, Carolina, like honey or something, or ham. So I say, it's very shocking as well as refreshing to be truthful. I have to make a audio broadcast to say I appreciate Latinas and Hispanic women, ironically, and I have to be realistic as a black man sometimes. They're very true to themselves and their culture and all that. And it shows that of course they value their man and all that, their culture, which I respect it. But it's always left me on a sad note, like on a deep conscious level, like I ain't have to put on no show, no front, anything. And for those wonderful Latinas and Hispanic women, I guess it sounds strange to make a video about y'all, but in a respectful way too. It's like, I never actually fully addressed this. Like my first one that actually had my heart was a Puerto Rican woman, you know what I'm saying? And I remember this when I was like 19, 20 years old. We have, we talk about pain and nobody understands. She was a gorgeous woman. I ain't just talking besides just her physical attitude. I'm talking her mental, her heart. And ever since then, even though it was online and all that, I know some kind of shallow, whatever you want to call it, but not in a fetish kind of way, but the way they talked to me was just pure respect and love, And this might sound shallow as a black man sometimes. I don't understand. I'm trying to understand Spanish or so, which is ironic. My audience are literally mostly like Latina. I don't know how to address this. My apologies. I do sound xenophobic because I'm ignorant about a lot of things. And the reason I want to address the Latin to Hispanic ladies, because y'all been nothing but kind to me for all my social media pages. And as Martell, sometimes I be wondering why y'all talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm always open-minded, curious, ask questions, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm different. I don't know. Maybe y'all different. I don't want to actually sound like a douchebag or a jerk or myself, which I'm not that kind of person anyway, but the way they talked to me was pretty profound. Say, they call me a Moor, they call me love and honey and all that. And sounds shallow. I know. Let's get the Latina femmes out the way. I'm just dressing what I'm seeing, I'm just dressing what I'm seeing. I try to be deep in analysis on everything I try to do. And the reason I made a special video how much I appreciate and respect Hispanic to Latin women. And my apologies, I do sound xenophobic. And I'm being careful because, I'm always get audience, thankful to have audience worldwide. So I'm always trying to be respectful of different cultures. I just want to say thank you. If you're, I'm using Google Translate, Duolingo to appreciate Spanish, which is ironic. Here's a story about Spanish. Because actually I was in, let's see. The first time I actually got into, not technically Spanish, but heard Spanish when I was in my last year of high school, actually. My, what would that be? Freshman, sophomore, junior. Senior year. I'm sorry. I had to remember so much, what's the terms of that? I was a senior. That's it was a Hispanic woman and all that. Hispanic young teenager. She was pretty cute, but, that's when I first, at the time, I didn't have no motivation. You gotta remind me, this is almost near 20 years ago, and my mother had passed in 2003. I graduated high school in 2008. And I ain't gonna discuss my school life or anything because a lot of it was painful, tragic, and chaotic in my teenager years, And I never forget, how the way Latinas and Hispanic women treat me with nothing but kindness, and I never take that for granted. That's how I try to make this video dedication, how much I appreciate Latin, Hispanic women, Latinas, and all that. Not because of race, and if that'd be racist, but y'all reach out to me with nothing but pure heart, you know. And I recognize something weird as a black man to say that I be real with you sometimes as a black man. My own woman don't even come to me with pure heart like that, you know. I know there's, you know, Latinos, Hispanics, not a race. It could be, you know, any race and culture could be Hispanic. And my apologies to, sorry, my notifications go crazy from, you know, my carrier and all that. But, you know, I'm thankful for the ladies have been really, you know, regardless of race, that y'all been showing me but love and kindness. I don't take that for granted, anything, actually. And I especially be reading so much on Facebook and, I don't know, Twitter and, throughout social media, TikTok and so forth. I always take the time, I say, hola, gracias, senorita, or hola, gracias, you know, como estas. I'm learning Spanish, but it's hard for my brain to process it because I'm not around, no disrespect once again, and my apologies, it sounds xenophobic. I was not really, I'm around Spanish speakers, but yeah, forgive me, a lot of them are not open to outsiders, if you get my drift. So for all the ladies out there, you know, especially Latinas and Hispanic women, you are definitely appreciated, you know what I'm saying? It sounds weird saying as a black man, but y'all reach out to me the most, and I do recognize my audience, you know, no matter where you're from, who you are, in Latin America, Colombia, and all that. I mean, oh my God, I'm talking like, when they talk to me so respectful. You gotta forgive me to the ladies out there that in America, in United States of America, let me clarify. You know, sad to say, call me what you want to all the Latina feminists or black feminists, whatever. The woman here in America is so ugly, disrespectful. It's like second nature. When I actually hear, you know, using Google Translate to some degree, and it's always, some was left on a sad note, some left on a negative note, but I would say a range of, 75% out of 100. 25 quarter was kind of bad, sad, and all that, but you know, why are you making a weird video dedication to Hispanic Latin women? I've been it's a lot of women, maybe their culture and all that, a lot of them, you know, don't get love or appreciate, you know, and since you're on my audience too, I do have to care about that. And I bet some weirdos are calling, oh, you just a poon pad, you're just only out there for fetishes and all that. And none of the fetish for me, I'm genuinely say this from the heart. In this case, those critics and haters say otherwise, you know. And I love respectful, brown women, and I don't know how to address this. My apologies if that sounds xenophobic. Not intentionally anything, but I'm being cautious of all my audience, you know. How social media nowadays, you know, with this cancel culture nonsense. Just want to say, take care to all the wonderful Latinos, Latinas, and appreciate your cultures, fight for your cultures. Around here, they're very tight, you know. It's sad to say, but it's also some kind of ignorance and prejudice between blacks and Hispanics. No disrespect. Anyways, my toes out.